Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
For Moriana as well as obviously the Kanch. That one is the no-brainer. And then you have a top-side matchup that I expect you'll be winning as well. So a lot has to come from Showmaker here.
That's
I imagine you just clear, yeah.
Well, you can see we're looking for a little bit of a knock-up already. The Ignite is down as Aiming looks for the Q. The flash forward! And Kellen grabs first blood in the bottom lane. They took last game personally. His life here in this lane right now. Gonna find that Q as well as Kingen able to dash away from the second one, but look at this.
The cannon wave, so Showmaker is gonna have to pay for this, and they're not actually able to get a kill there. Area.
Yeah, Grand Entrance coming in. Another Ignite is down as well, but only one feather does pass through. Battle Dance gonna have to be utilized here by Kellen. Uses the second charge as well as Aiming just taking shot after shot. The flash is late, but it's still going to be enough there as the Magnet Storm does pull back the Rakan, but Lucid looking for his opportunity. The flash forward doesn't work there from Kellen. The carrier not going to go aggressive. There's the Mantra and Cuba. Gumayushi sidesteps it. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now carrier, I think, knows his fate. Looks for the tongue lash to try and find a cheeky little kill, but Showmaker might be gifted too. Aiming actually going to be the one that collects that as Faker continues to mow down the minion.
Going over to T1.
Unless its teleport is going to come in. There is the teleport, but this Drake is just going to go. Can they find a team fight on the back end, though, is the question. Mantra Q does a fair bit of work here as Showmaker looking to make his way over. Magnet Storm is the engage on top of him. The Shockwave is fantastic, but not enough damage. And the rail's going to go down all out onto Carrier as Kingen looks to catch up to him, but it does not work. Dissonance movement speed's going to be...
Full turret, and you invest a double teleport as well.
Yeah, that is a lot. It's Carrier. He's going to dive on over, gets himself a feather storm.
Very much not worth.
You were talking about the fact that Dplus were pretty keen to flip the game in the last one. It looks like...
Kellen invested flash as well. Like, he got 1v2. His team got the mid lane turret, and he didn't even have to invest a summoner. Okay, now he should be dead.
Or at least have to flash, right? Well, he does, yeah, there was a Vi there this time around, so cease and desist making us look a bit silly. So, same thing can be said for Kellen and his Rakan as he goes in once again. They're looking for Ona, who will get charmed by the quickness, and he looks to be going down. There we go, Lucid locks down that kill. Now Carrier going to be slowed up and is going to have to flash to get himself out of the way. Faker wants
going to get another
until they convince him not to. So Soul Point not going to be picked up by T1. They will break an inhibitor turret. They might also take down Carrier. That would certainly be a good thing here for Dplus, but it's the grander problem is your base is dying. That is grub value right there. Themselves into a gold lead once again as Lucid backing away. Baron has just spawned about a minute ago.
Guma, who I think is an easier time than the Xayah being much shorter range of reliably getting his side lane shoved in. So they do need to be careful, but I think their poke with this Karma should be enough to do good on neutral setups if they actually...
Bars relatively high as Lucid lying in wait, off on the side, wanting to stop an Aatrox flank angle potentially. As now they're looking for Faker. Shockwave is just used on top of his head. Bit of a mistake there from the GOAT as Carrier devours him. And he's not going to be punished too much for that one as Zayas slinks into the brush. Oh my goodness, they get the ward down. The World Ender comes in and now the Feather Storm is there for Aiming. That'll keep him safe for now as Ona is getting so low and Lucid dives on top of the Aatrox, but it's not going to be enough to stop him ripping them to shreds. They get the knock-up, but is it going to be enough? The answer is no. He is just too big. And Ona able to jump in on top. It's a double kill for Faker as well, and somehow it's a clean ace.
They are setting up Soul Point. They're denying a possible stacking of these Ocean Drakes. And they're going to chew for this. There won't be any opportunity for DK to really do anything against this.
They can move up towards the top lane and grab another one there.
Possibly
a flank angle coming in here from Kellen as there's the quickness. The Devour comes out immediately. Faker in relative safety. There's the Shockwave as well. They're trying to keep themselves alive, and it's a good redemption as Ona will be punished. So Dplus, they invest a whole lot of their health bars, but they are able to get at least one off the back of it.
And crucial there was no Aatrox. That was the problem in the last fight. There was no Aatrox this time as Zayas was pushing in a side lane. It is going to be a small win here with Ona going down, but the unfortunate reality is the rest of the carries for T1 still very much available. and they're still able to get the inner, so the gold lead's still going to Balloon. But at the very least, the inhibitors stay up for now, and that is something that DK can cling on to. They're not looking too hot at bringing us to that third game is Lucid.
Yeah, looking for the angle here. Doesn't have cease and desist available. Will be able to find the Vault Breaker into Faker. Goes golden once again. Knock up, not going to work out there for Kellen as Carrier just walks at him menacingly. And, okay, Kingen, can you make this one happen? They managed to take down the Tahm Kench. Zeus, once again, he gets himself into the fight, aiming, taking all of the damage in the universe. But the Casante's doing some Casante things. Faker able to take him down in the end. But look at this. The world does seem to be ending here as Showmaker tries to put him on a leash. It's not quite working. At least he's able to slow him down. The Inner Flame comes out once again and Zeus opportunities to get something done.
Yeah, the only downside is that Showmaker, by making these plays for his team, has actually been behind his Faker.
Okay, they're going for the angle here. His quickness into the backline. Kellen just taking so many arrows, and Gumyushi's going to lock that one down. Ona getting himself in there as Kerry gets the knock up onto aiming. Good feather pull, but Kerry is just keeping him out of the fight. Lucid now trying to be a frontline for him as they dive on in. Kerry gets a double knock up, and the flashes are now raining in, but they've lost the Xayah, and that means they've lost the fight. Carrier looks like a solo laner, and he also thinks like one as well as he looks for the 1v1 against the low health Kingen. Kingen is the Casante, right? So he's feeling okay about it. Zeus gonna have to come on over and finish the job, but it is going to work out. Ocean that one down. I don't think realistically DK had very many opportunities to get over there, but no, this should be almost back for a subscription model, I'm pretty sure.
Everything's a subscription model nowadays,
these days, subscription model. Anyway, Dplus going to try to convince Ona to leave the area, but instead they are opting in for this kill onto the Aatrox. He does just pop like a balloon. That's what happens when you can't push your buttons. T1 are just going to destroy this bottom inhibitor turret. DK going to look to try and back, and they got an Aatrox once again. He does have his hat now completed. See whether Lucid can do what is, against Rel, sometimes considered the impossible.
They got to find a miracle here, Atlas.
They got to pull the trigger because this Elder is going down extraordinarily low. And there is Zeus looking for that angle to make his way into this fight. Dplus, you're going to have to try and pull the trigger. They're not going to be able to take it. And there's the flash forward from Gumyushi. Does not find the Chains of Corruption. The Carrier finds the Tongue Lash onto Showmaker. They're trying their very best to get themselves out of the way as Ona a little bit early on the Magnet Storm, as now the Cease and Desist is going to come through onto Gumyushi, but Lucid is just going to burn down. The Wrath of the Dragon will land on his head. And T1, they're not going to be stopped now. Exodia has been completed and the Nexus is in their sights.
And T1 going to push 4-2-0 here, putting them in first place.
Yeah, there's the Grand Entrance. They're going to be able to find a little bit of flipperoonie onto Faker here, who does manage to Zhonya's. There's the Devour though. And aiming, trying to just keep Zeus at arm's length. He might be able to do so as he dashes away and not going to quite work out there. T1 still have some Nexus turrets to deal with. Maybe the Eulogy started a little early there, Atlas.
Hold up.
Well, this inhibitor's going to go down. So it's 3 inhibs. So maybe the Eulogy just needs to be extended a little bit longer.
Be coming in.
Yeah, Teleport is going to bring Faker back in once again. Featherstorm going to come down as Kerry just standing on top of him. There goes Kellen. And Gumyushi, he's still alive. He's still got full health as aiming is just going to get CC'd and destroyed. There's the double. Showmaker's up, but he's going to miss the Q, and the Wrath of the Dragon comes out of Faker. They will be able to take down the Nexus. T1 2-0 against Dplus, and they will claim first place in the LCK.